Hello, fellow financial freedom fighters. Thanks for coming on today. And we're going to talk about a strategy that is all the rage. You can hear about it anywhere. There's a ton of places, ton of people talking about it, and or that's where they say to get started. It's wholesale, right? If you want to start making some money in real estate or you want to get started, wholesale some real estate. So I would love to just break down the general strategy of wholesaling so people can get a better picture than that what's just being peddled around and around and around. So in general, to be a wholesaler, you are looking for properties, people that want to sell, and you're going to get in the middle of that transaction between you and an investor. So here's our little contract with some squiggles on it. And let's say you're going to make $5,000 for every contract that you can get to an investor, right? You get a deal over to an investor and he's going to pay you $5,000 to get it. The part that I question is how much is being left for the investor? Because if you're not leaving them a whole lot, they're not buying it unless they have no idea what they're doing. But let's say they're making 50K and you're taking 5,000. Great. Maybe that's your goal. But the people that I meet that are wholesaling or are watching YouTube, talking to realtors, or going to R.E.E.N meetings are looking to get started in real estate. So they want to start somewhere by literally taking the least amount of money. Do you need the $5,000 or do you need the $50,000 when you're starting out? I would assume you need the $50,000. So let's look at the fundamentals of what goes into wholesaling. Okay. So if you're going to be a wholesaler, okay, you're going to need to know how to market, right? You got to go out and market. You got to go find those deals. You got to go talk to people. And they got to know what you're doing. You got to find a way to get leads coming to you to be able to bring those deals to investors. So you have to know marketing. You have to have a strategy for that. That way deals are coming in and then you can bring them to investors and make some money. So if you know how to market, you're going to create that lead funnel. You're going to have all types of deals. Maybe it's a rental property. Maybe it's a short-term rental, right? And you can bring these to investors. It doesn't always have to be a discounted property, but that's where a lot of people start. How about negotiating that real estate? Who's teaching you how to negotiate real estate? Right? Where are we learning to do this? Because the 10-minute videos on YouTube or going to a local R.E.E.N meeting or the realtor that offers his advice and says he's done it a couple times and still works there for 30 years, where are we getting this knowledge to know how to do this, to be successful in a negotiation? If you can negotiate well, you should be doing all kinds of deals because that's a really, really key aspect of doing deals. And then you have, dealing with the negotiations, right? Dealing with the contracts, dealing with these things. So last but not least is maybe getting creative in the scenario. Can we create a different scenario for them? Can we create another advantage for them through negotiations or saying, hey, if we do this differently, or hey, I know a certain investor that can do these deals. Last but not least, do you know how to make real estate profit? If you know how to make money from real estate and you see that there's a profit there and you're going to bring it to somebody else, what is stopping you from just doing the deal yourself? There's one answer to that. This is what stops everybody from doing everything. Because everything that you learn in wholesaling is everything this investor needs. This investor needs somebody to qualify all this category and bring it over to them, and they're willing to pay a fee for that. The main thing that stops most wholesalers is funds. Now, we're talking about a knowledgeable wholesaler here, someone that has the knowledge to be able to do this and be making money at it. What is stopping them from taking the next level? It's usually funds, so they need a wholesaler to actually purchase the deal. But this is where I challenge this theory of everybody coming out and saying, oh, be a wholesaler, get started, take the least amount of money and you can build your way up? Or are they saying, go find a bunch of good deals and bring them to me? Because that's really what they're saying. All the skill set for a wholesaler should be you doing those deals, because that's everything an investor does. They're just not finding them as fast or don't have the time to, because they're doing deals. Why couldn't you partner up? I'll tell you why you can't partner up. Because most wholesalers start out by randomly meeting people. They have no way to verify the investor they're working with. They have no way to verify if that person has the money, or maybe they're a starter just like you. Maybe they don't really know what's going on. And last but not least, do we really think going to one meeting or two or from the internet, we're going to meet people to buy our real estate deals? Maybe once in 10 years, but that's not going to be a viable strategy. You have no idea who these people are. So you have to create that network. And if you're going to create that network and spend the time doing that, why not create a relationship? Why not know that that investor is willing to back you up if you bring some great deals? Hey, I'll partner with you. Hey, you know what you're doing. But do you know what you're doing as a wholesaler? Who taught you how to market? How successful were they? Who taught you how to negotiate? Were they highly successful? How creative can you get? And do you know how to find profit in real estate? If you know how to find profit in real estate, all you need is the funds. And if you know a bunch of investors, do they lend money? These are the things that we don't ask ourselves. We don't have the opportunity to know this strategy unless we're dealing with knowledge, network, and resources. I say it every time. If you have the knowledge to know how to do wholesaling, you should be doing a bunch of deals. You should have cash flowing properties. You should have short-term rentals. You should have all sorts of deals. Because if you have the level of success of a good wholesaler, you should have a huge portfolio. Or would you want to give away 50 grand each time on 3 deals while you walk away with 15 grand that can't buy you anything, where 150 grand can buy you over $1 million building? This is a massive misconception that wholesaling is a great way to start. Because if they're teaching you how to be a successful wholesaler, they just taught you a key point in investing. Folks, if you want to see strategies like this being done, deals that can actually be done, message me. I'll get you in some actual events with some actual instructors that can show you how to work these and where you can get the trainings and the mentorship and meet those investors to actually do those deals with. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.